Hi, everyone. My name is Miss Ray from the Inner Harbor Cast, and today we have another fabulous organization that we are highlighting. Today, we're joined by the team from McMahon Ryan Child Advocacy Center, which is a nonprofit organization right here in our community dedicated to ending child abuse through prevention, education, and coordinated support services. Each year, they provide a safe, child friendly space where children and families can receive care, advocacy, and resources that they need during incredibly difficult times. I am extremely grateful that we have them here today to talk about their important work and to especially talk about it as we head into Child Abuse Prevention Month this April. Today, I have Erin and I have Catherine. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
How are we doing?
Great. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good.
Good.
So, can you kind of give us a little bit of history and context towards the organization, where you started, and what the goals and missions are of your organization?
Sure, I can speak a little bit to that. Our organization started back in 2002 when there were two local individuals, Dr. Botash and Martha Ryan, who came together and decided that there needed to be something in Onondaga County specific for the service and healing of child abuse victims in our county in Onondaga. So they came together with their brilliant minds and kind of put together the idea of the CAC, and it kind of evolved from there. And we've been doing it ever since.
It's amazing. I love that.
Thank you.
And what are some ways that you're connecting with the community? I mean, this of course is for about children, you know. So
Mhm.
how are you connecting with children? What programs are you running to try to help them and educate them?
Sure. So, a lot of what our Child Advocacy Center does is reactive in nature. Once there's a child abuse allegation, it kind of gets funneled to us for investigation all the way through to services. So, we offer the service piece. We have medical and mental health on site for those identified kiddos. But then, as far as prevention and education, we are a CAC that offers those pieces. Not every CAC does. So we're very lucky to be able to offer that to our community. Our education and outreach team is very busy throughout the school year. They see roughly 26,000 children in a year,
Wow.
and they're in over 80 schools within Onondaga County doing everything from pre-K up to high school education and prevention around child abuse, body safety, the whole
Mhm.
nine.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then, so you said on site, where are you located?
So we're located right downtown, 601 East Genesee Street. And
Okay.
we are co-located with law enforcement, child protective, the medical services, and the mental health that I mentioned.
That's amazing. So I was gonna ask, my next question is, tell us more about the building. What services are held within the building, and if we were to go to your organization, what would it be like if we were to arrive?
So when you walk into our location, you will notice that it's very brightly colored. It's very child friendly. That is a standard that we have to follow to be accredited in our line of work, and we take pride in our space being very child friendly. So you see bright colors and toys all over the place, which is good. We want the kiddos to feel comfortable when they come in.
Absolutely.
9 times out of 10, your families are in crisis mode when they come to us. So we want to do any and everything that we can to make them comfortable. They're greeted by an advocate when they come in, someone that explains the process to them, what's going to happen, again, to kind of settle those fears a little bit
Absolutely. Yeah.
and let them know what to expect. And when they come in, it is a scheduled interview, typically with law enforcement or child protective, if not both of them. And it's obviously due to allegations of abuse on
Mhm.
that child. So it's a very sensitive topic. Families are usually pretty sensitive about it when they come in. And so we handle all of those with kid gloves. Investigations start that way. But like I mentioned to you, whether there's a disclosure of abuse or not, we do offer services to those families. And I did mention that we have mental health and medical on site, but
Mhm.
our advocates do a great job. And actually, our whole multidisciplinary team do a great job at being very comprehensive. So we ensure that families, even if there was no disclosure, if they mention a housing need or a food need, clothing, hygiene items, like we make sure that we're going to get them connected to those resources,
Mhm.
whether there was a disclosure of abuse or not.
Okay.
Now, if there was a disclosure of abuse, obviously we want them to get all of the services that we offer and then some,
Absolutely.
especially because we know that families, when they're going through something like this, it's very upsetting, right? As one would consider, but also there's a lot of things that go with that. You might be out of work and which affects your ability to pay bills, or get food on the table
So it's like a
or
domino effect. There
exactly.
is child abuse at play, but there's a lot of other factors to take into consideration
Mhm.
as well.
And so when I say
Okay.
comprehensive, that's what we're looking at. When
Mhm.
advocates are speaking with these clients, they're going through a lot, so we make sure that we can support them to the best of our ability in any way. So it's really about connection to any service that's appropriate.
That's awesome. I love that. And then I think that your mission and your vision is absolutely amazing. You're trying to guarantee that children are free from abuse and exploitation, and try to end child abuse within our community. What are some events that you are running or things that people can attend where they can become educated, but also like have resources or have support?
Well, I will say we are out there. Our outreach team is out in the community all the time, attending events, community events. They also respond to requests. So if we
Mhm.
have community service providers that are looking for information, are interested more about what we offer, I always encourage them to reach out to our outreach team, because they will come give all of the information and provide all of the education that your staff or youth that you serve need. As far as events, I think as a nonprofit, we have quite a few.
Mhm.
There's a couple golf tournaments that we do. There's a Cops for Kids. We do 100 holes for golf, which is very successful and longstanding. And then we have our April events, which are our most important, in my opinion, just because of what they stand for. They're a part of this whole Go Blue for Kids campaign, right? And which is the essence of what we do.
What
So
is
we have our
I
Step Up for Kids,
okay.
and then we have our Pinwheel.
Yes. So
Okay,
our
really quick before you
yeah.
talk about your pinwheel, what does it mean to go blue?
So Go Blue for Kids is basically a campaign that we started. Blue is the color for Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Okay.
And so the pinwheels that you see are
Mhm,
typically blue.
mhm.
Child Abuse Prevention Month, everything's lit up blue. So we kind of took that and adapted it and branded it and marketed it to our McMahon Ryan campaign.
I love
So in
that.
April, I'm sure you'll
Yes.
notice all around town, you're going to see pinwheels everywhere.
Yep.
I
Mhm.
know downtown, usually Columbus Circle area, they have them. A lot of businesses will participate as well. So the team will come and actually plant these pinwheels, which is really fun. So you kind of have your own garden of pinwheels wherever you
Mhm.
are. And it's just a really great way to promote the organization, to raise awareness. And of course, the pinwheel being the symbol for having a safe, secure, happy childhood, and that's
Mm.
kind of the representation of the pinwheel.
Awesome. And then tell us a little bit more about the event that you have in April.
Yeah, so our signature event is the Pinwheel Ball. It is our black tie gala that we are very excited for. It will be held this year on Friday, April 17th, and that will be starting at 6 p.m. at the On Center. We do have tickets on sale now, so a little promotion for that. You can go right on McMahonRyan.org to purchase your tickets, but it's really going to be an amazing event. Of course, everybody gets dressed up,
Mhm.
but it's really of course about supporting the mission and the cause. But we're going to have of course a live band there. We've got Atlas coming in, so that's going to
Love
be
that.
incredible.
I saw Atlas at CNY Jazz Fest. Have
Yes.
you've seen Atlas? You've
We've
seen
heard
Atlas?
them. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
You
why
got to see Atlas. They're phenomenal. They
absolutely.
yes.
Yes.
They do great.
We have some other fun things at the event too. We actually have an artist coming in and she will be live painting the event.
Oh
So
my
that's kind of
gosh,
cool.
that's
And then one of our
awesome.
lucky guests will actually get to go home with a painting of the event
Oh
and
my
have
goodness.
them portrayed in the painting too. So we have
How
some really fun,
wonderful.
unique things this year. Of course, the food is always amazing.
Mhm.
The program is just really special. We'll also have the live auction there and then the silent auction that you don't need to be there to attend, but of course, we definitely recommend you coming to this event because it's such an incredible evening.
Yeah, with a lot of
Mhm.
great stuff for attendees to
Mhm.
do, and
Yeah.
it's a great mission, there's a great statement that you guys are standing for, so that's
Mhm.
that's amazing. how are ways that the community can support your cause? You know, we can go to events. Is there other ways outside of that that parents, community members, adults in particular can get involved?
Sure. So, as a nonprofit, we're always looking for volunteers.
Mhm.
We always need individuals to help us cover the front desk. We are a relatively small nonprofit in the scheme of them, so we have about 30 staff. So it's all hands on deck most of the time.
Mhm.
So if there's something big going on, we pull everyone in and we utilize volunteers to cover the desk for that because it's a very integral part to what we do. Um, when individuals are coming in. So we need coverage for that. Also, like I mentioned, our outreach program serves a
Mhm.
lot of kiddos and they're very busy. So we have packets that always need to be made. We have a steady stream of volunteers that come in to help with those. And our outreach team is always so thankful for that. But also volunteering at events. Our Step Up for Kids run is very volunteer heavy with the road closures and the race route and things that need to be monitored during
Mhm.
that. So we always encourage individuals to reach out if they want to volunteer in that way.
Okay. All right. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Okay, so volunteering, I love that. And then what would you say to somebody that may say that this issue doesn't necessarily pertain to them? You know what I mean? We kind of talked before the interview that this is a tough subject to
Mhm.
kind of talk about, and it's something that sometimes we more than likely than not try not to talk about. You know what I mean? Or we try to avert the attention, you know? So what would you say to somebody that's trying to do that or doesn't think that this pertains to them?
I would say that unfortunately, I know for a fact that we served roughly 1,800 children in Onondaga County alone last year.
Mhm.
And so if you look at that in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty hard to look at that number and not acknowledge that it's affected somebody you know or somebody around you. And I know it's a very taboo topic, but that's why we're
Mhm.
out here doing the prevention and the education so that people are aware
Yeah.
that it does occur, but also what to do when it does happen.
Mhm. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then is there anything else that you wanted to kind of share about your organization? Any events that we didn't mention? Any other
Think one other thing,
programs?
yeah, of course. So, along with April, so we currently have a fundraiser going on as well that anybody can participate in. It is our Dine Out for Kids raffle,
Mhm.
and there are 21 local restaurants that are participating in this. So, you can purchase your raffle tickets, and there are three chances to win essentially. So, first place gets 12 $100 gift certificates to these local
Oh, wow.
restaurants. The second place gets 6 of those, and then the third gets 3 of those. And again, that's all amazing restaurants. I think we got some local favorites, What
Mhm.
Dinosaur Barbecue, Angry Garlic, Fish Fryer, so a lot of really great restaurants. And those tickets are $25 each. Again, it gives you a chance to win these really nice $100 gift cards to these local restaurants, these local favorites. And yeah, so it's $25 each, or you can purchase 5 for $100. But it's a really easy way that the donations go right back to the amazing programs that Erin was talking about and speaking to, and the incredible work that they do within the community, which is
Mhm.
so important and so essential. So definitely would love for folks to purchase those, and they are again available on the website. So
That's
be
awesome.
be sure to check those out.
They are awesome. I already bought my tickets.
Same, hoping hoping
Fingers
to win,
crossed.
but
I know. I
After
never
this
win
interview,
anything,
I gotta
but
buy my tickets.
yes, please.
Yes. Well, thank you, ladies. You guys were phenomenal. Thank you for all of
you.
the work that you're doing every single day to protect and advocate for children within our community. And when I say in our community, I don't say that lightly. Like you're directly working with children in our community, which is a very big deal. As we head into April and the Pinwheel campaign, it's a powerful reminder that prevention starts with awareness and that all of us do have an important role to play. To learn more, to get involved, or support this great cause, go to your website. Give us
Mhm.
your website.
www.mcmahonryan.org.
Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And again, together we can create a safer and stronger future for every child. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you next time.